Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Reincarnated. I'm probably not recording the whole thing right now. I got to recording a lot later than I wanted to, but I figured I'd record part of this right now at least. Anyways, last time, we did a little bit of a training montage with magic, of course. That's what we tend to do for at least part of an episode. And then after that, we went exploring some of the last few places in the overworld. We went to the miasmic plains. Basically, the only thing over there is another Barghest type and the giant centipedes. Which I forgot, I actually need to go back there for training purposes because of all of the resistances. I've looked at these a couple of times but have forgotten I actually need to put work into them. Although that system's been reworked slightly, so now if you take a bunch of weaker hits, it will still gain training points, which is really nice. It seems like a lot of changes were made to make grinding a little bit nicer. Anyways, other than that, we went to a snow a snow wizard tower. And that's just, and found some goodies in there, but that's essentially just the gist of it. Some more exploring, some more training. Um, Between episodes I've done some work, if you can't tell. So last time we got an Earth Spirit, and so, in order to train up Earth manipulation, which you get for getting an Earth Spirit, and train up some of the water skills we got, and some of the other Earth magic we got, I started terraforming a barren land so that I could set up a little garden for Hypocte here, because these actually grow better in this biome. Those grow better depending on magicules in the area, and this is basically the best magicule spot in the overworld, so figured why not. Earth manipulation, very easy to master just by hitting the right button. Just go like so, and then try and master Earth by doing that. Or I technically already had Earth mastered, but I figured I'd replace the sand with something. So this place would actually be pretty nice, because no mobs spawn in the barren lands. There's a little bit of a patch of stuff here where zombies and stuff can spawn, but other than that, there's like nothing to endanger us really. So this little spot is our little Hypocte grass garden. I have bunches and bunches of the stuff planted at this point. So one of these can make 3 full potions, right? Or not full potions. You can make 3, yes, full potion? Oh yeah, that's the vacuumed magic bottles. Okay. I was thinking you could only get full potions via refining, but I guess not. Although of note, apparently they have changed how these potions work. Potion, here it is, high, full. They added in these arcane potions, which you can apparently only get by trading with the potion vendor from the dwarves, which are apparently these are percentages, like 10, 20, 30% max magicules. Meanwhile, these have been brought down to like a flat X amount of magicules every time you use them. Now, using these for potions is a lot less useful than it used to be, but it's still going to be pretty nice. Not that I actually have any brewing stands right now, I kind of forgot that part. Other than that, just a bunch of training. I actually have Sage now. I managed to master the last few skills we needed. Sage is going, so I've managed to get through stuff a little bit faster. A couple of training points on everything else. Warp Portal, I've been training by going like this. If I hit the right button. Warp training. Make a portal. You get some training points. It's very nice. Agility. These ones are a little bit weird. Like, you can use them on yourselves like so. But apparently, if you shift release them, you can apply them to mobs in the area. Or at least that's how it's supposed to work. You can just sort of shift hold agility and it acts as if there's a mob nearby. Meanwhile, for protection and refinement or whatever it's called, they do actually need to target something, so I can't like super train those very easily. Unless it works on a training dummy. It probably works on a training dummy and I can just bypass that anyways. Other than that, summon the few undead, gain some more points there. Learned Dimension Cutter, which, yeah, I was trying to see if there's some way to cancel it so that I didn't waste the magicals on the slash, but apparently not. So, for Dimension Cutter, how much damage does this do? Any of the spatial magics are like super powerful. 100 damage, and this is doing pure spatial magic. It's not doing magical damage. That's surprising, but very exciting, because that means that's one of our more powerful, just baseline spells at this point. Other than that, is there anything else I did? Just a couple of things got a few more training points. I don't think I gained any more spectral magics besides this. And, or, I guess the final thing I did last time, I finished learning Summon Daemon. Because we have that spell now. So that I don't actually have on a bar just yet. I figured I'd wait till we actually started an episode to showcase this. Get rid of Tornado Blade for now. So, Summon Daemon. We have access to random, lesser, and greater daemons for now. I believe that only players get magic heal poisoning in areas. I believe, like, if a mob chased us in here, it would still be fine. So, summoning this here should be no problem. The only question is, can we actually make this work? I looked into it a little bit. I looked at this and Summon Otherworlder, which is a new spell, and I really want that one too. But this one, you summon a daemon with an amount of EP randomized a little bit between, like, lessers have like 15 to 30 or something like that. Graders have like 30 to 50 or something. I don't remember. But at that point, you also need to have 3 times more EP than the demon you summon. So there's some random chance, depending on what level of daemon we get, if we can actually maintain it. So let's just go for it. Let's summon Lesser Daemon. Oh, that's so cool! 5. Okay, yeah, you're cool looking. Yes, you are right, game. Have a Demon Mod as a subordinate. 40 health, 200 spiritual HP. It has 8,000 EP. I guess my numbers were a little bit off. So, yeah, you're pretty cool. You have the full... You can give it weapons. You can't give it armor for a lesser daemon. And it has a 10-minute cooldown. I believe it also only stays around for 5 minutes. So you have to be a little bit quick with testing it here. Go. Oh, it uses magic. Okay, you're very cool. Yeah, I was expecting you to be pretty cool. It's like we literally have a demon familiar now. Cool, awesome. Although, sadly, I definitely feel like there should be some way to make sure. Oh, it knows wind magic too. I guess you have access to all of the basic aspectual stuff, which would make sense. I feel like there should be a way in order to make them stay permanently in the overworld, but I don't think there is. Like, obviously, Diablo is right there. There's evidence to support that Daemons should be able to gain a corporeal body and just stay around. Do you mind being a little bit more careful, buddy? That very easily could have hit me. Unless it legitimately can't do damage to me. That's possible, I guess. Also, how does teleportation with you work? Like, I'm assuming it's going to follow the same rules where it can fly, but it's like sort of stuck on the ground. It's staying rendered a lot farther than a lot of other mobs, so that's something. Now, it seems like this thing can follow me fairly well, like even at decent speeds, as long as I stay close enough to the ground so it will occasionally follow. What happens if I try to put this thing up against like a giant ant, though? Something a bit scarier. That thing's in a nest. That can't really test it against something it can't find. Let's see. Oh, hey, look, there's a burnt tower over there. I don't think that one's been cleared. Okay, can one-shot a bar guest. That's good to know. So yeah, this thing... I'm pretty happy with the new Daemon mods. This is really cool. Like, the demon dimension always felt like super empty, just because there's like nothing in there. Like there's a few structures, but they're sort of boring. Other than that, the hounds are everywhere, and that is literally it. Besides a couple of megalodons, every like 30 minutes you'll see like a single megalodon. Oh, earth magic. Have you taken any damage? No, because everything's auto hostile to us instead. So yeah. The existence of Daemons is awesome. Anyways, let's clear this out real quick. And then, what else are we getting up to today? I still have several minutes before I can summon a greater Daemon. And then I guess we'll do random. There are Archdaemons as well, but you need to you need to master the skill in order to use them. I guess I have cleared this one. Although apparently there might be a chance to get a random Archdaemon even without mastering the skill. But there's apparently low odds. Like it's like 10%, I think, to get an Archdemon without actually mastering the skill. Is there anything? What else would I test you against? Like, we see where you stand up. Oh, interesting. You used a water skill. You used a fire skill against a Bargus and wasn't able to kill it. So it's not like actually just choosing the best thing. I think it's probably just like choosing a random elemental attack every time it goes, and it just randomly chose fire most of the time. Although, it might... You're specifically a pink demon, aren't you? I thought I saw something about the demons actually being attributed to the colors, like they are in Tensura, but I wasn't sure if it applied to lesser demons. I need to actually go to the dimension to see if all of them have the purple mark on their forehead, / pink mark, or if this is specifically Violet. I mean, that was always the goal. Might as well pull out the Explorer's Compass. And from here, let's look for... I don't remember exactly how it's labeled, so we're gonna have to do 10... Still can't do the scroll wheel thing, huh? Have to use the scroll wheel. I can't use the scroll bar. I have to use the scroll wheel, rather. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Might as well do this. Repurpose, Tensura. There is Tensura. It's so hard to do. There it is. 7,000 blocks in that direction. So come on, my Daemon friend. You actually only have like 20 seconds left, don't you? I'm assuming that was a 10-minute timer, right? And I believe I read that it's 5 minutes before it disappears. So, kind of want to make sure it's still loaded, just to make sure it doesn't mess with anything. Where did our Daemon go? There you go. You've survived longer than 5 minutes. Maybe it is. Maybe it's 10 minutes? I could have sworn I read that it was only 5, but it's still sticking around after the 5 minutes should be up, so maybe not. Anyways, I'm just gonna go in this direction. I'm assuming our little buddy here doesn't have much longer. I'll see if I find anything else important along the way, although we're sort of heading towards known territory at the moment. You know what, a dragon might be a good test of our Daemon friend. Let's see, how well do you handle this? I believe... Well, dragons automatically have dragon skin, which gives them some buffs. I don't know if they have, like, magic resistance or anything. I think it's just the elemental resistance for whatever they have, or whatever element they are. So, come on, take care of the basilisk, please. There we go, and there's a dragon. Get it, my dragony, get it, my demony friend. Oh, it just did like half its health in one attack. That works fairly well. Come on. I just tried to reverse curse. That's not gonna happen here. Okay, so it seems like lesser demons have access to a fireball technique. Other than that, most of their techniques aren't actually that great. Like, it seems like, except for that big one, it's only going to do, like, a handful of damage every time it attacks. Like, you kind of want the random chance for that to happen. Are you? It's also still here. Huh? I was right-clicking. I was right-clicking getting the stuff to pop off the skeleton. That's a left-clicking. Huh? That's a little bit weird. That shouldn't have popped stuff off with the left click, unless they changed it. Oh, did you just take a shot? Yeah, you just got hit by an arrow. So yeah, Daemons, as expected, fairly efficient at killing stuff. Yeah, that's not surprising in the least, is it? Like, even a lesser Daemon is probably stronger than like a normal human. So, cool. And there's only a minute and a half left. At this one, I'm starting to think I'm misremembering and that it is actually a 10-minute timer and I just misread it or something. It's like, how are you still here? Oh, well, I kind of can't cross an ocean with it, so I guess I'm going to try and find some sort of way to get over to the portal without crossing the ocean. Or hopefully the timer runs out in a minute and I don't have to worry about that anyways. I'll see ya. And after 10 minutes, there we go. Lesser Daemon's summoning contract has ended. That's I really thought it was supposed to be 5 minutes. I guess I just misread. So good to know. For 10 minutes you get a fairly powerful summon just on your side. Hmm. The newest add-ons of Tensura did actually add in the whole golem thing. Like, these things used to only be from add-ons, but now they exist in the base mod. So I'm curious if there might be a way where you could use one of these to give your demons a physical body? I didn't see anything about it. I don't think they have access to the possession skills. But in theory, I feel like they should. I don't know. Anyways, also, to note, between episodes, I also made a coin pouch when I was doing some trading with the dwarves. Like I said, I just got rid of a bunch of the junk and gave it to them. So, it only takes a couple of pieces of leather and a single piece of string, and from there it holds 1,600 coins. I think, technically speaking, I could evolve this into a special grade A pouch and it would hold even more, but for now, this is fine. Is there even anything higher? No, there's not. Cool. So, we have a coin pouch. It has a bunch of money in it. There's actually an achievement for getting a gold coin called My Precious or something like that. Let's see. Is it in here? Use a magic tome, get a magic staff. Still we need the schematic for that. Battle will, master unique. Slime in a bucket. Name a John, name Tirewolf, do kiln, Pirates. Enter the dimension and tame a Daemon. Maybe if you take one through the gate into the overworld, maybe? I don't know. And where is it? I know there's definitely an achievement. Oh, there it is. My precious, get a gold coin. Anyways, I'm going to fly on over to the portal real quick. And then I guess we're going to summon a greater demon, and then I'm going to pop off for the night, and we'll do our actual demon realm exploration at a later point. And here it is, as massive as always. This thing is like so ridiculously sized, and it is also smack dab in the middle of a desert of death, which is a little bit scary. Although the way it is, I could literally just like fly into the portal like no problem. So I'm just gonna land up here, mark this real quick as Desert of Death, and just for convenience purposes, I'm just gonna teleport because I had wanted to actually go pick up another spirit too. So there's that. Usually, I'm trying to avoid cheating like this, but I am very strapped for time. I just want to. There's just a couple of things I want to do tonight so that I have part of this recorded at least. So let's go get one more spirit on the day, and then we're going to summon out our greater spirit, and then I'm calling it for the night. But in no time at all for you, and we're going to be exploring the Daemon realm. So let's just see what we got. I don't actually have gravity flight applied anywhere still, so I guess we're going to do this run manually. While I'm in here, might as well get a couple points for Thunder trained up. So what is it going to be? I'm hoping for one of the other ones with a manipulation. If we get one more manipulation mastered, we can go ahead and get molecular manipulation. And if we have molecular manipulation and magic jamming trained up, which this is actually pretty difficult to have maintained. I didn't realize, but it was constantly draining magic heals unless I'm in a magic heal heavy area. But we can actually get mana and law manipulation if we have that whole evolution line trained, so I really want it. And we got wind, which means we get wind manipulation. Cool. What is... It's us. It was like a copy of us upside down moving around. Cool. But we got wind, lightning lance, and a wind blade as our skills. And wind manipulation, of course. But funnily enough, wind. Call forth a small gust of wind which can push targets away or the player up. Let's just do this real quick. Wind, wind blade, and lightning lance. Yeah, spectral magics. And the spiritual magics are functionally identical, basically. The only difference is the spectral ones are like mimicking it and have to do actual magic damage. Meanwhile, these ones are just like pure elemental, which is kind of funny. Like Windblade is the exact same as Wind. What's it called? Wind Cutter. Wind Gust is exactly the same as Wind. Lightning Lance is basically the exact same thing as Thunder Lance. Like, it is very nice that you can like get a bunch of like at least applicable like basically the same spells without getting super lucky with the spirits. It is a nice change because like also just a thing that happens in the series. So wind, I'm gonna get started on wind manipulation. I don't care too much about these skills themselves. So there's that. And that was how many skill training points? 5, and and it looks like it's gonna be 100. Maybe not 100, I don't know. Probably 300? That's 10. That might be a 10th. It might only be 100. We'll figure out later. But the last thing I want to look at, I just want to see the greater demon model, basically. 50 tick casting time. And this is a greater Daemon. Oh yeah, you're pretty cool. Greater Daemon, it is summoned. It costs a lot of magicules, but we are strong enough to actually tame it. Oh, that's Sleeping Mist and Area Ice Lance, I think, or whatever it's called. Lightning Manipulation is now available to learn. I guess I think it's when you have a lightning skill and wind manipulation you unlock that or something. But 80 HP, it had 57,000 magicules, which means we just needed 150. I really need to see more greater Daemons than the ones we've just seen. Like, is this one applied to one of the colors? I don't see any. I don't see any indicators besides the armbands. So maybe this one's Blanc? I don't know, but it definitely has a different range of magic. Like, the other one can't use that wide area ice skill. That's Acid Spray, it looks like, or something something similar. We saw it use Sleep Mist, which still haven't trained that one. I got a spell book for it, but haven't used it. Area Firestorm of some kind. Yeah, I'm really digging the demons. Like, they're awesome. The only one we can't see right now is Archdaemon, which maybe we'll even spot one of those while we're exploring the dimension. But anyways, for you, this will be instant. For me, I'm going to bed. Okay, next day I'm back over here. Apparently I called this thing Desert instead of Portal like I'd wanted to. But I actually found another Otherworlder. That's pretty cool. This is only the second one we've seen so far in the new version. Between episodes, I mastered wind manipulation and learned molecular manipulation, but I haven't actually done anything else with them just yet. Let's get wind protection on. Let's get steel strength on. Let's get healthcare on. It is already on. And Solar Blade. Let's see. You have so much health, actually, but there we go. He has 126,000 EP. That's a decent chunk, actually. Hold on. Infection's an insta-kill, isn't it, if it gets too low? I think when infection runs out, it's actually just you die. That's a problem. I don't think it gets cleared with milk either. Nope, it does not in fact get cleared with health. That sucks. That's gonna be a lot of lost EP. This is insta-kill, right? It's not just like a lot of damage. I don't quite remember. Anyways, they've actually changed how molecular manipulation works. It used to be it only trained when you used the ability to move mobs with it, but now it actually gains training points when you pick up blocks, which is quite a bit nicer. It makes training it so much easier. And I'm fairly sure that I remember how this works. No? It's not an insta-kill, I guess? It's just like a lot of damage and then it just lowers the level of it? Okay. Maybe that's been changed, or maybe the new healthcare skill, maybe healthcare is just like overpowered in comparison. It just like heals more than infection can do damage-wise. But yeah, we're fine. Unless it runs out on infection 2? That was infection 1 a moment ago, wasn't it? Why is it suddenly infection 2? I am I am somewhat confused as to what exactly is happening with our with infection right now. Like, how exactly is this working? Are we just permanently sick until we die? It's kind of seeming like that might be the case. Anyways, we got 2 free high potions out of defeating healer Shinji, so that's pretty cool. But at this point, I want to go to the Daemon realm, so let's just head on through. And yeah, apparently this has changed a lot. I have no idea what it looks like in here now. Loading terrain. Um. Okay, maybe maybe the dimension itself hasn't changed. Maybe it was just like the structures and whatnot you can find. Like, oh, there it is. So infection is in fact an insta kill. It's just not. It's just it has to wait a little bit. It has to go through a couple of times. So how do you deal with infection? I'm actually curious about this. I wonder what the wiki says. Because that milk, basic milk doesn't work. There used to be magic milk, if I remember correctly, but now it's just the cattle deer milk, which I also don't know how to get. I tried milking a cattle deer and it just gave me regular milk, so that's weird. I don't know. There has to be some way. If it's just like with the skill, that's a little bit sad. Like, I feel like there's gotta be some way to get rid of that without dying if you get unlucky and don't just randomly get the right skill. Let me go double check the wiki for this, and then we're gonna go to the Daemon Realm. Okay, it looks like you need to be undead, you need to get abnormal condition resistance, or you need to have infinite regen. As far as I can tell, that's the only ways to get rid of it. Unless there's some other mod I added in. Maybe one of the relics has some way to get rid of negative effects like that. I'm not sure. But anyways, I guess I'm flying back over to the portal real quick. It's just going to take me a little bit. Okay, this isn't actually important, but it is kind of adorable. There's just a little, there's just like a little table set up in this cute little alcove in the trees. I'm just flying by and I just think that, I just saw that and I figured it was cute enough to share. Anyways, I'm continuing on flying now. Unless there's a portal in one of these trees and we can go get another spirit, because it's probably been 20 minutes at this point. Let me double check the trees around here, and then I'm going to continue my flight. And back onto the Demon Realm we go. Let's see, is it... Okay, no, it just automatically sits you up top of here. So let's just head on down, mark this as portal like I meant to do on the overworld. This is a kind of scary place for this portal to spawn in. Just over Endless Abyss. So mark this as portal. Helps if you spell it right. So let's see. It looks like it's basically the same style. Where like, oh, that's all above me. Hold on, I'm gonna need to gravity flight my way out of this. Like that is literally like dropped in the abyss. Oh, we're literally like pretty far down. Why is like, okay. Bit of a rough spot. So what have we got? We got the hounds again, of course. You look the same, although what used to be the case, and what I assume is still the case, is that it was a lot more common to find the snake-tail ones in this dimension. I'm curious if you can still get them as a, if you can still get, like, the summon hound as well. Oh, I just got wind shot. Okay, that didn't actually do much damage. Okay, these are both lesser Daemons. Wait, are you lesser Daemons? It's hard to tell. Come on. Oh, I'm being swarmed. That's a greater Daemon. Oh, this is kind of rough. Are they attached to... It's hard to tell. I read something about different Daemons being attached to like the different elemental color, primordial color Daemons. Like, I read something about black Daemons being harder to tame than other ones, or besides, like, reds and yellows and, yeah. But it doesn't look like these have any sort of color indication. Either that or they're all purple. Or, yeah, violet, whatever. It's hard to tell. Like, just a note, you are... Ow. This is probably a really good place to do training now, actually. Like, they are very powerful. Oh, this is a lesser Daemon. Apparently, that's what I've been swarmed by everything here. They're all lesser Daemons for the moment. I thought one of them was greater, but maybe not. I also just can't hit them. Like, you're definitely meant to fight these with magic rather than anything else. So where is my magic? Lightning lance. There it is. There it is. So let's see. How easy are you to fight? Okay, a couple of lightning lances can do it, but like there's no close quarters option basically. Okay. And also, I cannot currently test magicules. I know... Lightning Lance! Spam it! Spam Lightning Lance, please! Yeah, 2 Lightning Lances is enough to take them down. Like, they're decently strong. What is Magicule regen like in here? That's Magicule gain. Oh, that's mine. I was just hexing a couple things. Area Magicules 120. Underworld Barrens is the current biome we're in. Hold on. 110. Isn't it like 40 or... Yeah, they're constant. If you want to do anything in this dimension now, you have to set up like 1,000,000 Magicule generators. Otherwise, you're just going to be swarmed constantly. Come on. Oh, also, it's a little bit hard to actually hit them. So let's see. What's my current regen like? Oh, I'm gaining like 1,000 or something like that, just shy of it. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, that was a snake tail. Like I thought, those were still higher chances in here. So yeah, this is definitely the highest Magicule area in the world. In the game, in the mod, because like technically we're in a different world. That's good to note. If I want to do training, come in here, because I'm gaining like a percentage a second, which is so much better than anywhere else. Feel strength, please. Also, I'm gonna assume this is like decent training. Like they have like 6,000 EP or something like that. 341,275. 341,275. 341,275. I missed. Wow. 341,275. Yeah, it's like 150 or so, or 145 per demon, and these are just lesser ones. So like that's fairly decent. I mean, I think giant ants are better, like slightly, but not by a whole lot. Plus, they're spamming different elemental magics, which means we're gonna gain like all the resistances at the same time. I also just cannot hit them with this spell, apparently. So, like, this is a very nice addition. It is also kind of scary, because, like, you cannot explore the Daemon realm unless you're ready for a fight. This is gonna yeah, that makes Daemon fighting, Daemon gameplay, or at least you get, like, the aspectual magics, but it makes it a lot more fun, because you actually have something to do rather than just spam fight. Oh, that's a greater Daemon. Yeah, I still see no indication of, like, a color being associated with them. There's no visual indication, at least. Ow, did I just get, like, a big lightning hit at me? Oh, that missed, really? Ow. Ow, come on. Ow! Yeah, greater Daemons are scary. You probably want at least self-regen before you come in here, or you need to be using actual magic that you can hit rather than trying to spam stuff that's a little more unreliable. Okay, there's that one. I think that was just lesser. The greater one is over here. Yeah, I wish I had self-regen right now. Yeah, you can't really spam the same way with the Grimoire, can you? Like, Like, with the actual magic, I can just go, one after another, like, infinite spamming. But with this one, there's still a little bit of a delay. But, yeah, I really like the addition of the Daemons. They're just a little bit scary to deal with right now. And I haven't even seen an Archdaemon yet. These are all... Yep, these are all still, like, basic level ones. Hey, look, I actually landed a Spatial Blade. This thing is a very powerful spell, but it's incredibly hard to hit, apparently. It's pretty slow for something that cuts through space-time. Anyways, there's all that. Do I just keep exploring for a little bit? Hope I find an Archdaemon, maybe? What are the other... oops, search for next. Let's search by name. Let's go down to source. What are the other, like, ruined things in here called? I know they had their name... I think they added new versions of everything, but I don't know exactly what they are, if they're just still, like, the same basic, useless little structures. Oh, here they are. There's the gate, red sand ruin, I think it might just be, like... I think what it probably is that there's just, like, red sand versions of, like, the ones that already existed. Like, 350 blocks this direction. I'm not expecting anything too exciting out of this. The main change to this dimension is just you fight a bunch of Daemons now. Yeah, I think this red sand area is new, and as you can see, it's like different changes there. Is there any indication that you're like a different shade? Like it's still just the same purple marking on your forehead. So if they are, either I've gotten like super unlucky and everything is just a violet Daemon, or that's not a thing for lessers and greaters, or there's no visual indication. You just sort of have to guess. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hang out in this dimension for a little bit longer. Oh, that's a greater Daemon. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out in here for a little bit longer and hope I get to see an Archdaemon. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, hey, look, a Megalodon. It took me, like, ages to ever find one of you in this dimension in my first playthroughs. The fact that I saw one of you basically instantly is kind of interesting, kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna run around for a little bit. Is there any magic I want to train up real quick? Because this is probably the place to do it with how fast regen is. I don't know. I'll think on it and just sort of run around for a little bit, I think. And let me go double check, like, the whole Daemon thing. Okay, the Megalodon actually got this jump on me, ended up knocking me, like, several hundred blocks that direction for a moment. It hit me and I just gone skyrocketing. But apparently it is only the archdemons that are actually attached to the color system. Like, these basic ones all around us aren't going to have, like, different settings or anything. Wow. I am apparently just a terrible shot. That did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Either that or I was missing more than I thought. But apparently... like, there's something called big ruins versus the little ruins. And apparently they can have, like, suspicious sand and, like, buried treasure around them. So there might actually be a reason to explore and find loot in this dimension now, which is pretty cool. Like, that didn't always used to be the case. I'm curious if these, like, big arches are considered big ruins, or if there's something else. Because there's not, like, a picture of, like, the ruins to explore. Let's just see. Where's my molecular... Words are hard. Molecular manipulation. Dig around through here. I don't see any suspicious sand. There's probably just a small thing, if I had to guess. Oh, this is actually a small arch. Maybe, like, that one over there would be considered a big arch? Come on, launch it. Thank you. Oh, apparently falling in that hole was a good thing. Let's also try changing it to rain, I guess. Although, maybe I should change over to fire lance repeat. That's probably better. Anyways, is this considered a big ruin, maybe? Come on. Wow, how am I this bad of a shot? Come on. Yeah. Daemons are, fighting these bunch is like a little tricky. Single. Come on. Do they also have fire resistance or something? There we go. No, it's still just a 2-shot. It's just Fire Lance and Lightning Lance are fairly weak. Oh, this one... That one was using fire magic and was, like, dispelling fire magic. That might be a thing, too. I don't know. Is this considered a big ruin? No. I don't see any suspicious sand or anything. You're just a greater one, I think? Yep, you're just a greater Daemon. Let's just fly. I'm just going to try and ignore things for the moment. Is there really no way in here to see big ruin versus small ruin? No. Ruin. Oops, if you spell it right. Sand ruin, there's that. That's it from Tensura. There's the desert warp pads, ruins, wizards, towers, ruined portal, yeah, and there's no way to specifically hunt using a compass or anything for the big ruins, but apparently they can have summon daemon portals and stuff like that. Oh, I guess those aren't the same thing. Any signs of an archdemon or no? I also don't know if they spawn naturally. There's no mod page for, oh, there's no wiki page rather, for the actual demon mobs themselves yet. There's only mod pages for, like, it only talks about in, like, the summon daemon. Ow, that did so much more damage than I was expecting. Okay, Daemon Realm scary. That's kind of what I was expecting, but I guess we needed to learn the lesson the hard way. I do kind of want to do more training in there. That was really good magic kill regen, so it's probably worth it. I mean, if I just built myself a box, demons shouldn't be able to get in there. And then I believe hitting, like, the training dummy with a magic spell would count as hitting a valid target. But no archdemon. We didn't get to see an archdemon, so that's a little bit sad. I mean, I can give this one try. As far as I'm aware, random Daemon, even without mastering it, has a chance for Archdemon to spawn. And we got a greater one, it looks like. Hello there, my greater Daemon friend. Yeah, hello there. I really like the new Daemons. Like, they're pretty cool. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. Oh wait, hold on, one thing. Might as well do a spirit real quick, because it's definitely been long enough. Okay, and the daemon, or nope, the spirit for today, as we end off, is going to be a greater fire. Please, I want a greater spirit at least. Yeah, I got a lot. That is kind of nice that it now shows you why it failed. It used to just say, but no spirits answered. Now it actually says, oh yeah, you would have gotten this one, except you already have something greater, so you didn't. That is a nice change. Like, it's functionally the same thing. But, like, knowing that, oh yeah, it failed for X reason feels nicer than knowing that, oh yeah, it just didn't work. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. Well, this is cool. I came back into the Demon Realm for creative mode for getting the thumbnail, and then when I was flying back to the portal, I saw that pop up with magic sense, so I, like, went in spectator mode to go inside, and there's this rather ominous, pretty cool looking room with Guy on a throne surrounded by blood and fire, teasing future update. Yeah, this is really cool. Does that does that mean we're getting actual primordial demons? Like, I'm cool with this. Like, I have no idea how on earth I'm gonna beat those things in a fight. Like, Diablo and Guy are terrifying. But anyways, yeah, I just found this cool little room. Figured I'd show this while I was still in recording mode anyways. Anyways, for real now. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, Omello, It Me, Sammy Lawrence, and Logan Anderson. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care everybody.